So for me, the volley is one of the most misunderstood strokes in the game right now. A lot of things are still coming to light about ground strokes and stuff, and I think things are getting better there. But the volley, I think, is still behind a little bit. You hear things like punch the ball and knife it, and there's just a lot of misunderstanding. Again, when you watch pros, they have to use some different things in their toolbox than is needed on a typical volley. But here we have a pro just doing a fundamental warm-up volley, just like I asked you to do. And this is why video is so important. You think you see what's going on back there, but when the racket's not in your vision, and you probably yourself are saying, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe my racket's that far back." But if I was to guess, I would say that you've been taught some type of lay it back a little and punch into it. And what I see on your volley is just a lot of forearm action. I see a lot of brain power, a lot of electricity going to the forearm. And so it's not natural layback. If you're loose and relaxed and you take your racket back, it might fall back a little bit. But just so you know, the goal on the volley is to never really let your racket go more than that far open. I mean, it really will never close. I mean, it'll get straight up and down a little bit, but it'll never go that past that, where you see yours lays back here. And now it's good, and now you kind of see this fall over after too, so it's kind of out of that range. And the reason for that is just because it never needs to be like that, and it's just adding more timing. So if you're a little late, it's long. If you get a little early, it's in the net. So the idea is to just let your shoulder kind of work on one axis, which is just a horizontal axis. It might go a little up, little down, but your shoulder should dominate that, not your forearm. When the forearm starts to take over, big problems happen. I'm not a huge fan of Federer's backhand volley, but his forehand volley is very solid. And you can see here, he just doesn't go past, barely out of his vision here. And then he's taking a little pace off this ball, so you're going to see his racket dip down a little bit. But even then, you see it still kind of naturally trend up. And even on your other volleys where you don't have that much of a significant of a drop, you can kind of see you're fighting it. You're decelerating to get it to stay up. Your racket's not up because it just is up. It's up because you're fighting it to stay up. So anyways, don't lay the racket back open as much. And a lesson for everyone, go film yourself, and you just won't, usually people don't believe how far out of the volley they are. But the volley should start here and then kind of accelerate forward out of just before contact. It shouldn't kind of slow down into contact. That's not the idea of what we're going for. A great drill I have for this is to give you the idea of keeping the racket head up in the right way, but also not sending electricity, not utilizing your forearm in the hit, not being tight, but not using it, using a shoulder-dominated stroke on your volley, which makes it more interconnected to your other strokes. All the strokes are really dominated from the shoulder, not the forearm and wrist. A good drill I have for that is to just go out and hit some volleys with a follow-through. I want you to, still hit it flat, still come straight in, even this player's a little far back, but hit the ball from the shoulder and let your stroke finish all the way up over your other shoulder. Now, when you see pros, they do follow through like this on putaways. Now, the reason you won't see it typically, and it is just a drill, I don't really want you to finish like this forever, but it's just a corrective drill. But the only reason they don't follow through is because they don't have time. So this gentleman here wouldn't be able to get the next quick ball coming. And also, they're not generally creating a lot of their own power most of the time, especially doubles players. So you see the swing remotely shortened. So it's just a corrective drill, but it's a very powerful corrective drill. So again, go out and just volley flat with a shoulder-dominated stroke to correct if you've been taught to punch with the elbow and wrist or something like that. This will get that electricity flowing back into your shoulder. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment if you have any questions. See you next time.